So I'm going to talk about a subject about that maybe you will not like so much, or you will like it, but I will talk more about you and what you can do for your guest instead of what your guest could do for you, so to say. So, who are we in the business? Well, we should be the best of the breed, of course, doing what we can to help our fantastic guests. I was a concierge myself for some 10 years, so I don't know all about that. But so I'm going to talk about how to get. I had a more boring subject first, but I changed it to this one. Anne-Marie did a much more polite one, but I changed it to this instead. So yes, of course we want loyalty, but how do we get loyalty, and what does it really mean? Let's start with saying that loyalty is a two-way street. You can't ask for loyalty if you don't bring something back. So this, in a way, is the short version of what I'm going to say all along, that it's, if you want loyalty from your guest, they should have something that are giving them something back. But for many, it's very often that, I think there's something that we can relate to, that if you are, every company is chasing for new customers. Oh, you're a new customer, you've not been with us before. Oh, we give you this fantastic deal for this and that. But if you're loyal, okay, that's how should you get the same deal if you're loyal? No, me and my wife actually, there are two main newspapers in Sweden. So we are like switching back and forth between these, because then we can get the deal. So typically it's like, if you haven't been a customer for 6 months, then you can. So if you have 6 months with each newspaper, and then you can shift back and forth, you can have some nice deals. But if you're loyal, you get absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, of course, we are chasing new customers. We all are. But I think we should stop and look more at the customers we have, the customers that already found us, and trying to see how to make them feel wanted and how we can even build on that. So, well, what is loyalty? Well, everyone talks about it. Everyone loves it. If you go into McDonald's, they have their own apps, you are getting some rewards, you get some points that in Sweden it just decreased it, so it works like these points are like nothing. You eat for 100 euros before you get something, a small hamburgers. It's really like, wow, that's fantastic that they give you back to you. But everyone, and the airlines, the hotel chains, all of them have their reward programs, of course. Some are better, some are not as good. But I think the bottom line with all of this, what's in it for me? As a customer, why should I do it? There's a large hardware chain in Sweden where I used to shop from time to time. And always, every single time when I get to pay, they always ask, are you a member with us? And they ask it just before I should pay, so they ask, okay, will this item be cheaper? No. Okay, so why should I be a member? Well, you get some special offers from us. Okay, so it means you're sending me a lot of emails and text messages. That's what you say. Yes, okay, I think I can skip that. If this hammer still is going to cost the same, I can buy the hammer without being a member with you. But they're very well taught to say, are you a member? But they don't really have any really good catch line number 2. If I ask, why should I be a member? Everyone wants to have you in their list of customers. Of course, they want your email address, they want your phone number, but why? What's in it for me? Because I think we all know that we just see our inbox flooded with things that we don't need. And they're typically also so really bad at understanding what is of interest for us. I will come back to that, because yes, you can give offers, but then they should have some relevance for you, not just filling your inbox with this and that. Okay, with me so far? Agree? Now we see if sound is working. Also, because if they do find you and if they want to buy something, it's of course excellent if that works as good as possible. Hopefully we have sound here. Yes. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Username?
Nick M.
No.
NM 1983.
No.
Zandy Pops.
Sorry.
Zandy Pops.
No, okay, don't worry, I'll help. What's your postcode?
Oh, it's GU749ZT.
Welcome back, Nick Forever. Please listen carefully to the spread license agreement before continuing with your purchase of a loaf of bread. If you do not, blah, blah, blah. You also agree not to use any bread-based product for any purposes prohibited by United Kingdom law, including without limitation, design, development, manufacture of missiles, chemical, nuclear, or biological weapons. I'm afraid you've timed out.
What? Sorry. Hello? Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Hey.
Just one loaf, sir.
Yeah, we just.
What's your username?
It's Nick Forever, but number 4, not the.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to check that you're a real person. Could you say that for me?
It's not even a word.
Okay, how about this one?
You know what? Forget it. It was.
This one?
Hey, pots are nice.
You're in.
Great. I'm in.
£8.85.
It's supposed to be 98 pence.
Plus express delivery.
What's that?
Oh, well, it's express delivery. Standard. Standard delivery, that's £4.99.
Why?
Bread insurance. You didn't untick the don't decline bread insurance option.
You know what? I think I'll risk it.
It is quite close to the sell-by date.
Don't care.
98 pence it is. If you want to pop back in 5 business days, it'll be ready for your collection.
Well, I need it now, obviously.
Oh, okay. You want the take-home today price, then? That's £3.27.
You know what? I'm going to go.
Come back soon.
I won't.
I think we all recognize ourselves more or less in this. And this is also really strange that if customers actually find us, that would make it sometimes so damn difficult to actually shop something from us. I've seen hotels, I've seen event places where you can't even see availability without creating a profile. I hate giving away my profile, my email address. Oh, and they want to use it on my Google, it's fine, or my Facebook or my LinkedIn. They don't want them to have that just for checking on availability. And this is like the norm, whatever you want to do. I was parking my car in a parking space in Sweden the other week, and I paid in advance, but I could not get a receipt without registering with them. Why? Why should I register with a parking company for having a receipt? I wrote them and said, why? I haven't got an answer, of course, because they like to have my address. They want to see me as the customer. But I'm not a customer. I paid for stupid parking. And you just want to have a receipt on it. No, you could not have a receipt any longer. So basically, yes, coming back to what's in it for me? Or to be absolutely real, maybe we should say what's in it for us. Going back to the first screen, sorry, this is a two-way street. Of course, if you want to have them as loyal guests, and you do, but they should also feel at the same time that there's a benefit for them. So in the hotel business, well, we have some usual stuff that we are offering. That could be like free hotel night. I like this one actually. I must say, I use hotels.com before booking.com for that very reason, because I'm collecting 11th night. I think that's quite, doesn't cost me any more. And if I'm traveling privately, I get 11th night free. Yes, that's a good benefit for me as a private person. So for me, yes, booking.com or hotels.com, I go with hotels.com if price is the same, because I think this is a nice benefit for me. Late checkout is something that people can like depending on who you are. Free drinks, I think this one is actually very clever, because if you offer a free drink in the bar, you're like tricking them down to the bar for a glass of sparkling wine. Maybe they stay and they order something more, maybe they bring some guests, etc., etc. I think this one actually is quite a good one. And I like it myself to come down for a free glass of sparkling wine. That's really nice. And if I'm clever, I just take it and I go, but probably I also would remain, because it's nice to sit there in the bar. Of course, different kind of upgrades. But let's look at some. I just pointed, yesterday I tried to have a conversation on this, but we did not have, so I put instead a list of things that I think could be of interest. But if you have any better examples of what could be things to offer to, because, and I will come back to that in the next one, but let's say different things. Before arrival. This one doesn't really have anything to do, but still has. I really like to check the website. If a new hotel, I want to see the website and I want to see the reviews. But more important that if it's really high or medium high is the hotel interacting? Are they answering? Because if I see a hotel that is not answering on the bad reviews, that gets me worried. They don't care about customers not being happy. I think in every hotel we all know problems happen. Yes, they do. But if you have a good answer on it, then it's fine. Because the hotel is caring about customers not being happy. Also, I saw a large hotel in Oslo some time ago, and yes, they did answer and everything, but it was obviously copy-paste. It was exactly the same answer on everything. And then, okay, well, she did take some time to answer, but still it was not an answer. She did a copy-paste thing. And it's also, if you are, that I've done sometimes myself, and if you get like these answer, we are sorry that we did not meet your expectations, blah, 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 blah. And you clearly see they did not even read what I said. They just send this automatically saying, oh, we are sorry that we did not meet your expectations, but that's also nothing, absolutely nothing. So I think, yes, I want to see myself that the hotel is caring at this point about me. That's also saying I want to see an active homepage where something is new. I don't want to see last year's Christmas prices hanging around, for instance. That's also okay. Who was looking after this? And social media, I'm not saying that you have to post this and that and being super social, but I want to see a live hotel that maybe is interacting and existing. As I said, a web page with last year's Christmas prices, that's a really bad sign for me. So at hotel, already mentioned, yes, upgrades, absolutely. Early check-in is not only late checkout, early check-in is also something that people like. Pick up shuttle services, different kind, depending on who you are, where you are. Things that can be discussed. It's very popular if you have the option. Embrace special occasions, also like looking at you. It's like there's not just standard offer to everyone, but if they say, okay, if I have an offer of something that is really of interest, if I'm traveling alone is one thing, if I'm traveling with my wife is another thing. And if the hotel understands this difference and offers something that's really relevant for me at this time, also makes a huge difference. Help with kids, maybe. Free bike. Free minibar, of course, yes, this can cost, but I was staying at a hotel, when was that? That was in Berlin, actually, at ITB. It was not super filled, but it was a beer, 1 or 2 beers, 2 mineral waters, and something more like 5 things, but that was for free. And I really appreciated that. I must say, I really, really appreciated that. I don't know how much it costed them, but I really liked it, that it was for free. And it was not a super expensive or really fancy hotel. It was a medium, 4-star something. Personalized, also same thing. Things that I feel are relevant for me, not just things that are same for everyone. We'll come back to that also. And also staff understanding this and training staff in talking in this manner. If you feel that's like a manuscript used for the same at everyone, it's also saying you don't feel seen. They are offering the same to everyone. And yes, that means so you need to follow up on this internally to make sure that staff are knowing also if you have like a new offer or something, make sure that everyone knows about it. So not just management sitting having some meeting about new fancy ideas and staff don't know about it. This also happens. And after stay, get back to the customer and say that you appreciate it. Maybe, but still I like it. And also if they come with something, yes, and also following up, coming back to what we said from the beginning. If there's a problem, really coming back and answering on it in reality and not just saying we are sorry. I was at a restaurant in Paris before Christmas, and there was actually some problems, and we did a remark on TripAdvisor on that, and they answered very quickly saying, oh, we're most sorry about this and our management will get back to you. Never did. They were really quick in step 1, but step 2 never happened. Not going back there. And yes, also same thing, if you offer something for return, make sure that it's relevant for you, that it's not just offers that are the same for everyone. Opinions?
I can just mention about there, if you handle this service recovery well, it actually brings loyalty as well. It's my, like also,
Yeah.
I have learned that the most loyal customers, many times they might have had some issues on the way, but the way those have been handled, it creates trust.
Exactly, I fully agree. I think in a way, mistakes can be the absolute best way of finding a really happy customer. Because if there's a problem and they feel that you really help them, because if you have just a perfect journey, you can't really offer that. But if you have a problem, then you can show the difference and show that you actually did something in reality, not just saying, oh, we're sorry it happened. So yes, in a way you could say problems are the perfect opportunity of actually do something that makes a difference.
And the cheapest and the easiest way to identify a problem is not to let the customer lead and tell you what the problem is.
Yeah.
So you identify it right there and then and you deal with it. It's the cheapest one.
Yes, absolutely. And also to dare to be different. Not doing what everyone else is doing, because that will never help. I think this is one of my things that I always say in my presentations, that if you're trying to please everyone, you're pleasing no one. But if you dare to do something and please these kind of customers, you could actually make a difference, make those kind of customers like you. But if you try to be, oh, everyone is welcome. Okay, who is your typical customer? Well, everyone is welcome. Yes, of course, everyone is welcome, but sometimes we need to dare to do things differently and to pinpoint what we are best at. Agree? But I think most important, bottom line, is that you want to be seen and understood. Because as soon as you're missing this point, you can offer so many things. I still will not feel like I'm any kind of special guest. Like in most PMSs, you can see if the guests have stayed there before. And don't ask, have you been with us before? Because that is really like saying in that case, okay, you don't know anything. Maybe I've stayed there so many times and you don't even see it there, or you don't care, or your staff don't understand how to see it. And so as soon as you have that, have you stayed with us before, you know, okay, you have zero visibility of who I am and why I'm here. Also, where are we time-wise? This one is maybe a bit on the side, but I still like to bring it up. Pricing can also, in a strange way, exclude guests. Every hotel saying that, yes, you have your kind of customers and they are typically in a price range where you, at least sometimes, used to be. Because most companies, like where I'm traveling, I have a very specific price limit when I'm out traveling. And as soon as you're €1 single over that one, I'm not allowed to stay there. I can't book it. I can book it, but then I will have a red flag in my reservation and my management will call me and ask why I booked such an expensive hotel. So if you are going free with your RevPAR, there are some revenue or pricing solutions out there that promise the best price at every night. If you let us do everything from 0 to any kind of price, we will promise to give you the best price for every single night. Yes, price-wise it's fine, but what does it do with loyalty from customers if your room rate is going up and down like this? You never know if you can stay there. I had a fantastic hotel I loved in London, and then they changed their price strategy. I can't stay there any longer, but they changed the price strategy. And I can love them as much as I want, but they're not within my limit any longer because they changed the price strategy. And yes, if you're next to an airport and you don't care about returning guests, you just need to price maximum for every single night, this is perfect to have that kind of pricing. But if you are interested in customers returning, you need to have a price strategy. That's my thinking on revenue, that you need to keep it within a level where your customer feel that you are their choice. Some takeaways on this is also any kind of information, you should send it at the right time. When do you want an upgrade offer? And don't do it several times. Sometimes some hotels have more than one solution in place for communicating, and there's a risk, I've also seen this, that first you obviously have some kind of offer out of one system sending it out, and then 2 weeks later some other system kicks in, gives you another kind of option of doing something. That's okay, so this is also not really for me, and it's why and at what time did I want it. So if there's a message, it should be sent at the right time. Yes, respect your customers. Must be benefits if you want them to be loyal to you. Also could be remembered that don't do too many choices, because that also, if you have too many options, wow, that's really difficult. And you can end up in a situation where you do nothing. So a couple of options, one kind of upgrade, something. If you get stuck in, wow, what is the best one? It often ends, okay, then I do something else and I come back to that, it was too complicated, then you forget it, and then it's gone. So on the subject of not trying to please everyone, but stick out, you could also go to the level of this, what you say.
Hi, I'm Paul Stenson. Welcome to the Charles Village Hotel. Here at the Charles Village, we offer comfortable rooms, attentive staff, and most importantly, great food. We even cater for vegans. You won't find a better hotel in Dublin, but don't take my word for it. So don't be shy. Come visit us here at Charles Village Hotel.
This is not a joke. It's actually from that hotel in Dublin. And that is the owner of the hotel. Would you say? Would you dare to do something like that?
That must be a joke, right?
He has a very crude sense of humor, of course. And he thinks this is funny. But, yes, of course. And if you follow on social media, they have ended up in a lot of discussions with customers feeling offended, etc., etc. So, not for everyone, but still, he really dares to be different. And some people think this is funny, and some people think that's just awful. How can you do anything like that? But
I think it's actually quite funny, but I think that I would just like in the end maybe have the real just like compliments afterwards, so that you know that.
That's not in his way. No, no, he would never do it. No. If he does it as the joke, he will to the bitter end. No, he would never. He was actually in. You know this. He was in. There was this young girl, a social media girl, YouTuber, who reached out to him and wanted a free room.
He's the one.
Yes, he's the one. And that ended up with that he answered her back and said that, okay, so who is going to pay for your room? And he posted something huge on his social media. He did black out her name, but she got really upset and really felt like that he had put her out, but he hadn't. But she started to do the reverse with her name, and this was like blowing up totally on both ends. And I think it ended with him sending her an invoice of something like €1 million for helping her with getting more known. So, not that I think she paid, but... So, no, this guy, he goes to the very end of it. Just some words before closing on who we are, Infor. I forgot to say in the beginning, yes, so I'm working for Infor. Started in hotel some 100 years ago, started luggage porter, receptionist, concierge, here, front office manager, hotel manager, then I slipped over to IT manager because I was the only guy around that could see the difference of switching on and off the computer and the screen. So they said, okay, wow, you're really technical, so let's be our IT manager. And from there I slipped over to the vendor side. And I worked for some 5 years with Infor. What do? Infor, we're a large software company. We have everything from property management systems, everything in the cloud, sales and catering, revenue management, table management, asset management, financial solutions, blah, blah, etc., etc. We have solutions for most departments of the hotel. Just mentioning some customers in the area. We are fairly active also now here in the Baltics and in the Nordic, my regions. So, just ending up with my favorite screen. Talking about loyalty and talking about being a customer. It's, for me and for us, it's not about chasing new customers and chasing on for the next customer. No, it's about how we want to meet and interact with our customers over a long time. So we, for instance, every year we invite a customer for the Hospitality Customer Days. This is a picture from Paris before Corona. There were some 200, 250 persons there. We were in London this year in January. So this is a meeting where our customer, we both invite customers and prospects so they can meet. We have meetings where we talk about what we will do in the future, but also invite full discussions on what our customers want out of our systems. We have functionality in our PMS, in HMS, for instance, that came out of these meetings where customers said, oh, we would like a screen doing something like this. That came out of these meetings where customers said something that maybe we did not see. We want to even more informal, so we invite for the Oktoberfest in Munich in fall. Not talking business at all, just drinking beer, because it's really nice to drink beer. We participate in different revenue forums to be where you are and like I'm here right now. So I spend fairly much time to be traveling to meet hoteliers. We are sponsors for hospitality events. So this is from the event that used to be called Hotel Market Seminar in Stockholm, sorry, thank you. Now Global Revenue Forum in Stockholm. So we have been a sponsor for that one from first single year.
Thank you.
Because we want to help hoteliers to meet, because if there are no space to meet, it's that also a problem for you, and it's a problem for us not meeting you and you meeting each other, etc., etc., etc. Participating in discussion panels to try to have our ear against the ground and hear what you are talking about. And some weeks ago we were also at ITB to be where you are if you want to look at what vendors are out there. So this is how we try to be loyal to our customers over a long period. Where am I time-wise?
You are very much on time.
Very much on time,
Yeah.
thank you, good. Questions? Do you agree with anything I said? Was rubbish?
No, I was thinking about, I think there's like a few companies I'm loyal to. One of them is called Rituals. And actually if you sign up there, if you buy something, then it's like luxury products, but then if you buy something and you give them your email address, actually you get presents every time you're there, or you buy at a certain limit. And they're actually quite nice.
Yeah.
So I go there and then I buy always a little bit too much because then I get a present, and that is actually worth the valuable for me.
I
as well.
think yes.
Yeah.
If it feels like it's a
Yeah.
two-way street, I can also be loyal, and I like to be loyal. But I hate giving out my email address for having a receipt from a parking lot.
Yeah.
That I really hate.
That's just the point.
But that's just them trying to lure me into having my email address for some reason, and ending up in some kind of a registered form where I don't know even where I am. No, it's a two-way street. I want to feel that if I'm loyal to you, I should have something back. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.